Go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Please introduce yourselves.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Aziz and I'm from Birmingham, and this is my wife.
Welcome assalam, and I'm Dilara from Birmingham.
MashaAllah. So, Brother Aziz and Sister Dilara, the first question that I'd like to ask yourself is, what was the highlight of the Perfect Your Marriage workshop for you personally?
If you don't mind, we made a few notes because there was just so much that was covered, alhamdulillah, and it's just we couldn't remember it all. But some of it was about understanding that your spouse and marriage is a very complex relationship, and learning about tips, strategies and techniques of dealing with every aspect of married life.
For me, it was basically what the gist I've got is like some people are like, oh, my husband's very dominant, or my wife's very, very cautious. So for me, it was like whatever the character is, it doesn't mean there's no right or wrong character. It's how you deal with it and how you implement it within your marriage life. So,
yeah, and on that point, there's a difference between personality and character as well. You know, and certain things that are inherent in a person, you know, like some people are more stressed easily and some are not so stressed. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's dealing with it and how you deal with these things and aspects. And then characteristic is things where we can improve on, meaning if I'm, if I get angry quickly, I could deal with that. And if we have bad character, if we swear or have foul language or use rude behaviour, then those are things that we can change and that we need to change, inshallah, to improve.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I've learned, which is like, for me, it's like personality and character is the same thing, but being on this course is actually not the same thing. Because a lot of people, like, the couples want the other person's personality to change. And you can break a marriage if we don't like the bad habits of the personality, but if we put in the categories of the character and the personality, we can work on the character and accept the personalities. So
yeah, that's
MashaAllah.
some of it.
MashaAllah,
Yes.
that was amazing. Jazakallah for that beautiful feedback. So the second question I'd like to ask you, Sister Dilara and Brother Aziz, is what pearls of knowledge are you taking away with you today?
Again, mashallah, where do we begin? Because they were scattered through the pills throughout the course, and we've still got a half day to go basically. There's probably 100, 200 things I could list to you from the course material and everything else. Immediately off our heads, again, from some notes, one was about learning to compromise, dealing with each other's shortcomings and how to address that and how to deal with that. And tips and strategies with, quality time, having and spending quality time without the phones. You know, today's technology, as we were talking, we always had this issue ourselves. Sometimes we'll be sitting together, I'm on my phone, Dilara's my wife's on her phone, or, we're sitting down and we're not really paying attention to each other, so we're not spending that time. Even though we're sitting physically together, we're not actually together. And this, I'm sure everybody agrees, even in marriages, relationships. Yeah, you go to wedding halls, anywhere else, any other event, everybody's on their phone, nobody's talking to each other, and yet we have this thing called social media, and we've become really anti-social, haven't we, as opposed to being social.
yes, the best thing I've took from this marriage course, the pearls I found in it, was it's not just for one marriage life, one couple and problems. Anyone can come. Everyone has different marriage problems, different situations. Anyone can come and implement their marriage problems with this course. So as we go through the course, it's like, oh yeah, I could change this, I could do it like this, I could do my husband that way, or I could be more like this towards him. It's just so good.
Practical, real life solutions.
Real life solutions, yeah.
This is not just about rules and do's and don'ts. This is actually everyday life based on hundreds, if not thousands of, marriages and couples and lives experiences, to give us the best solutions and tips and techniques to deal with our married life in today's world, in current situation, with the modern society, with technology, with our cultural, social challenges around us as well.
The best thing for me it's like with husband and wife, it's like you're wrong, I'm right. That is the tug of war we've all got. You're wrong, I'm right. With this marriage course, there's no wrong and there's no right. It was such a blessing to come to this course to think, there's no right, there's no wrong, it's how you deal with it, and how you deal with it on your everyday basis.
Yeah. But I would say I was right in convincing my wife to come here. So,
MashaAllah, MashaAllah. So the final question then, Brother Aziz and Sister Dilara, is: would you recommend this course to others, and why?
Definitely.
150% yes. This goes without a shadow of doubt. Inshallah, if anything I can convince anybody in today's day and age, if you're looking to get married or if you're married, seriously consider, make sure you come on one of these courses, even if you're married, even if your marriage is breaking down, you're about to go through divorce, because there's at least 50 or 35 tips, I believe, alone on how to resolve and how to come back from the brink of breakdown. And this is what I say to my own friends and family, and I sincerely say to every brother and sister out there, is that, look, today in the Western world, we are not dying of hunger, of poverty, of starvation, of being, tortured like maybe in Burma or in Syria or somewhere else out there. But in the West, we are dying of depression and oppression and stress due to our family and marriage breakdowns and social problems. And this, inshallah, will make such a big difference. And I've said it to my wife, and I'm sure she'll agree and confirm that with me as well, is that if we'd done something like this in the beginning of our marriage, we've been married nearly 10 years, 70% of our problems, 80%, we would have at least known how to deal with in a much better way, without as much stress and depression and 10 years of ups and downs and trials and tribulations and grief, that we've had to go through, that learning curve. It just shortens all of that and saves.
And what I think, and everyone can benefit from this course, is the major problems we have nowadays is technology. Husband being on the phone and ignoring his wife, the wife's always chatting on the phone. It's like this technology business, I think, is one of the major problems in marriage life. And as I said earlier, every couple have different problems. This course actually tackles every single one marriage problem. Situations, yes.
Yeah.
So that was the greatest thing I've taken from this course.
Yeah.
And recommend to everyone.
Alhamdulillah. And there's not a single person, I guarantee you, and you can take that to the bank, because we can even agree for the organisers to give us a refund if somebody comes here and says, I didn't find a solution to my problem. That's how good I think it is, inshallah.
Subhanallah. Brother Aziz and Sister Dilara, we'd like to thank you for your beneficial and insightful feedback. We hope that somebody will watch this and will say, well, maybe I can go there and I can learn something, if not for myself, for others. We hope that it will inspire others. We hope that it will be a means of sadaqah jariyah for you both. And we wish you all the best in your future and whatever you wish to do in your life. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.